Hello, hello. Tonight I have a special guest for you. We are going to be bringing her on. We're going to bring on Melissa. She is a new entrepreneur. She is funny as can be. Top of everything that she needs to have done all the time, and yet she also struggles with so many other things. So I'm super excited. Hi. I was just
Hi.
letting them know who you are. Hello, hello.
Hi. Is my voice echoey?
It's a little echoey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Let's adjust. How about now?
Much better. Yes.
Yay.
Hi,
Hi.
hi. How are you today?
This is so wild.
Yeah, is this your first live?
I've never done this before.
Ah, yes. I love this. I love being the first.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
I even set up my magic crystal ball just for the occasion.
Perfect. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
It's so nice. Well, I was just letting them know that you're a new entrepreneur. You are so good at getting things done. You're so task orientated. You're
You're so
amazing.
nice.
We've been working together for the last few months, and it's been so fun to watch your journey and get to know you and just see you have win after win after win. And I know it hasn't been easy. There's been days you've been like, I am not in the mood for this shit today, Cammie.
I'm pretty sure my exact words were, I feel like a turtle wrapped in a weighted blanket at the moment.
That sounds about right.
Oh, maybe I told that to Devin. I can't remember,
I
but
don't know, but I understand your language.
yes.
So, and I'm just so proud of you and where you and I started and where you're going really next year because there's some really cool things happening.
Yay.
So, I would love for you because and maybe everyone who's watching doesn't know who you are just yet, and I would love for you to introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you super passionate about? And kind of what's your project for next year or
Okay.
now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
you got
all
it.
right. No, I love it. I do struggle talking about myself, so I'll do the best I can as I start combing my hair with my fingers. Yeah, no, my name is Melissa Hayes. My unofficial new last name is Dillenberg. I just got married earlier this year to my wonderful partner of 5 years, going on 6 years, and I am 34, and I um, really enjoy the little things in life. Like it really doesn't take a lot to entertain me, so I'm very easily entertained often. Um, and I've just started this food business for myself as a way to show up for a dream that I've had for a really, really long time. And it was, it's a much bigger dream in my mind, but I have a father who taught me to not be afraid of chasing something that makes you happy. And so, yeah, so I've worked really hard through corporate. I had for myself.
Yeah. Sorry, it jumped on my computer that we just went live. I was like,
That's
good to know.
okay. That was wild. Was that me? Is
That
that what I
was you
sound
talking.
like?
That's you
Yeah.
talking.
So
Mhm.
I was in corporate for about 7 years. I worked for tech companies. Um, had a really great experience. I learned a lot. Huge opportunity for a girl that I don't have a college degree. I was a nanny for a really long time, and by the grace of whoever's up there, I was able to get this. I was referred by one of my nanny families. The parents were bigwigs in corporate and um, knew a lot of people, and they were able to help me get this amazing corporate job just based off of the work that I did for them, and they saw how hard I worked. And so I've definitely had a lot of really amazing opportunities that I've worked really,
Yeah.
really hard for, and I continue to work hard for them, and I continue to honor them because that's what they are.
Yeah.
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 So
Each
here
one
I
of
am
those
now.
things, right? The good and the bad, there's something always in it for everything. Like,
Always. And it depends on how we look at it. And
yeah.
people always tell me I'm such a positive person. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm also just, that's resilience. I have a lot of
Mhm.
resilience. I don't just give up just because somebody says give up. If I feel passionate about it, that's why I'm here on this video, is because I feel so passionate about sharing what we're talking about.
Yeah. You know what I love about you too is that you're such a yes person. Even when it scares the living bejesus out of you,
Holy
you
crap.
still do it.
I love that you just said that because when I was in corporate, um, I told that to a person in HR, and I said, because I was roped into this inclusion
Yeah.
diversity thing, and I had told her, I said, she said, I want your opinion on this, and I said, oh, well, you should probably know that I'm like a yes person, so I'm likely going to say yes. And I said, but I am working on it. And she goes,
Yeah.
good, I'm glad you're working on it. And I was wait, like, I love being a yes person,
Yeah.
but it made me just like rethink it. So thank you for saying that
Yeah.
because I think it's an amazing thing to be a yes person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might say, I might not, I might have a hard time telling you something that you need to hear, but
Yeah.
there's another person for that. That's somebody else that gets to be that really tough
Yeah.
person. I'm gifted with the ability to be positive, and I'm really grateful for that. So
That's so
I don't want
cool.
I don't want it to go away.
Yeah. I went to this conference once and it was a Success Magazine had their own conference. So if you're familiar with that magazine, and they had all of these amazing speakers there, like John C. Maxwell and Charlie Tremendous Jones, and just amazing speaker after amazing speaker. And so one of our free gifts was like this PDF version that we could turn into like whatever we wanted, but it's like old school articles from like 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s about like positive psychology and marketing and sales and just all this really good stuff. The very first thing, now I was probably, my son was about 6 or 7, my oldest one at the time when I got this. And I decided to go like a level up a step. And I was like, I'm going to print this out and get it like bound up and make it like this beautiful book so I can have, right? The very first article that was on top was, Are you a knower?
No.
And I was like, "Oh, I can't even tell you what else is in that book, but that one page document of that article completely changed me because
Yeah.
I was constantly thinking like, yeah, before I even listened to if my son can have this, I'm already like, nope,
Yeah.
no, you cannot. So it changed a lot to where
Yeah.
now at least I'll listen to him and then I'll say no versus
Yes.
immediately jumping in, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I do try to say yes more because I want to be a yes person in the sense that if it fits into my schedule and it's along the line of my mission, I want to say yes. I
Yeah.
want to do more yeses that's along that line.
The supportive, yeah, the
Yeah.
supportive yeses. You want to be
Yeah.
supportive, and that's positivity. I
Yes.
love that, and it's really back to like your point with your son with that article. It's so important for us to know ourselves.
Yeah.
It's so like the topic today, shaking when your voice, sorry, speaking when your voice
Yeah.
shakes. um, I thought about it, as I was thinking, like just kind of prepping mentally for this.
Yeah.
Like what does that mean? And I think ultimately it kind of comes down to confidence, and confidence only comes through self-awareness in my
Yeah.
experience. So I'm constantly trying to be more confident, and it is really really hard, but it's so
I
worth
can't wait
it.
to tell you about my last hour
Tell
before
me.
this call. So I'm working part-time with this dental company, like a dental coaching consulting company, and I'm their marketing advisor. And I have been tasked with getting the voicemail and my own voice being the voice like person.
Okay, I can imagine it now.
And, and I'm like, press one.
Yeah.
No. Press two. No. Ew, I sound horrible. This is not good. And I swear to you, it's taken me an hour and a
That's
half to
amazing.
get 2 recordings.
I have been there. I have actually
So
been there
bad.
as an executive assistant. I have been there.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
brutal hearing your own voice.
I'm like
Um,
saying other people's last names. Holy
yes.
moly.
Yeah.
So hard.
And then doing it all in one take too,
Hmm.
right? No
In less
pressure.
than 20 seconds. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I
But you
leveled
get
up
it.
today
Yeah.
with my voicemail skills. If you're ready, I'm ready. ChatGPT became my best friend, gave me a script, by the way. And I totally ChatGPT'd that script. I got
Girl, I'm telling you,
tired of my
ChatGPT,
own brain telling me what to do. I was like, I need chats. I'm lost. Yeah.
if not for ChatGPT, I would be lost.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's insane.
Changed my whole world. In fact, when I first started building my business, I went to a free seminar class, building my knowledge, and they had mentioned it, and I was like, robots are taking over the world. It's happening. And then I tried it and I was like,
Yeah.
shut up. Like
Yeah.
this thing handles everything. So I don't want
It's
to be all like,
smart.
let's use the robots.
It's
But
so cool.
yeah.
I'm at the point where it's like I'm taking my entire you'll appreciate this because you're such a tasker. You're like tick 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 tick
Yes.
like down your list, right?
Yep.
I'm now screenshotting my schedule for the day plus giving my to-dos of what I need to get done and it's telling me when to get done and then it's asking me like where did you leave off on these tasks, which is
Wow.
pretty interesting how it's keeping me up to date with my life.
Wow.
I know. It's pretty darn cool. So,
That's like goals on using it for real.
exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm really excited for this conversation. I know we wanted to talk about speaking even when your voice shakes, and this does come down to confidence. And let me tell
Yeah.
you, for the last hour and a half, like even though I knew what I was saying and I was like, yeah, it's good to me. I think no, ooh, I sound like ooh, gross, yuck, right? You got to do the hard stuff, right?
Yeah.
You've got to do the hard
Yes.
stuff.
That, and I think too, like, if anybody ever wondered, like, how can I build my confidence? I think role play
Yeah,
is a really important thing for people like me. My dad and I, even still at 34 years old, and I'm so grateful I can still call my dad. I love my dad.
yeah,
Um, I will call him, and now I have my husband, and I use my husband for it too. But for the longest time, I've always called my dad and said, "Dad, can you help me role play? Can
yeah,
you can you just like be the other person for this? Here's the situation. Can you?" Because he's so good at it. He's worked in sales his whole life. And so I would say role play is a huge thing for confidence that nobody's asking for that opinion. But
yeah,
I just wish everybody could know that. Because like you're saying, the voice message, hearing your own voice, it is weird. It is
weird.
so weird.
Yeah,
But that's how we kind of start crawling out of our own comfort
yeah,
in our skin and
yeah,
hearing our voice. And, you know, our voice really matters. And to use
yeah.
our voice, it can be really, really
Mm-hmm.
tough. Like this whole time I've been sitting here, my voice keeps trying to crack because I am so freaking nervous right now. This is crazy.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but like that's because
Yeah.
it's my
Yeah.
personality. And
Yeah.
I'm the reason I'm such a big advocate for this is because there are so many people in rooms that don't use their voice. Ugh, gets me
Mm-hmm.
so emotional because they have so much to say. And it was Crucial Conversations, this book, Crucial
Yep.
Conversations, that really pulled this out for me personally. The pool of knowledge, like the idea that the end result of a solution or an issue, something, can only be achieved through everybody's opinion being added to the pool of knowledge sounds so small. But then you think about when you go places and you see all the people in their room that maybe don't feel like their voice matters enough because they're not the most vibrant person in the room. They're not the most well-dressed person in the room.
Yep.
Um, they're not the popular kid. I was
Mm-hmm.
never the popular kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so my voice was constantly pushed down.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, I walk into rooms and people have no idea how much stage fright I have because I
Mm-hmm.
do look like a big ball of energy. I get it. I
Yeah.
love that. I never want that to go away. But I'm actually like dying inside
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, in fact,
Yeah.
Eliza, hi, Eliza, she just
Yeah.
joined. She's a friend of mine from Groundwork, and she knows very well that I'm a very sensitive person and I cry a lot. This is because I feel things really
Mm-hmm.
deeply, and I know I'm not the only
No.
person out there like this.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
I'm such an advocate because I want other people
Mm-hmm.
to see the girl crying on camera
Yeah.
and still talking and
That's right.
still using the platform because we
Absolutely.
deserve to share the platform.
I'm so proud of you for saying that because it is so important. I have had to step into a new role in the last year as an advocate for my mother. And it's not something that I ever dreamed of doing or ever really wished to do, but I've had to become an advocate for her, even though she can speak just fine. She will not advocate for herself.
Yeah.
And I do find that this is I'm going to call it like a syndrome or something for a lot of women. A lot of women do not speak up for themselves, and I feel like I have gotten better at it in the last probably decade of my life
Yeah.
than ever before. I remember being the youngest leader in a room full of male dominating A player kind of
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
And here, little young me is having to stand up and close rooms or sell people or inspire people. And yet my voice would crack and I would be all tied up in knots, to the point where I even took a speaking class, like a
Yeah.
communications class in college. And they like counted my ums and did all the things and did all that stuff, and it actually just, it probably made me better. But I was so nervous every time. I almost think I have PTSD from it now,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I can tell every time I say like
Yes.
or this or that, like and
Yes.
I still have to show up, you see? And
Right.
it kicks into me. So I think it was a great class for me, but yet it actually, I feel like now I'm just so hyper aware of it that it's scary, but yet you still have to do the hard things sometimes, especially in the roles that we're playing as business owners and
Absolutely.
people who are trying to pave a path for not only yourself, but for others as well that they're coming, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes. And the paving the path, that's what's crazy to me because it's wild to think of myself being in a position of paving a path
Mm-hmm.
because for so long I needed somebody,
Yes.
that could be an example because my family, none of them do this.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why I'm different. I am, and I think I know why. I have my own personal story, but that's only come through years of therapy and healing and
Yeah.
exploring and not just
Yeah.
accepting that my voice doesn't matter because I'm the only person saying
That's right.
that. If somebody else is saying that, that's a whole separate issue. But yeah, I think that a lot of it comes from the dialogue that we have with ourselves that
Yeah.
builds the confidence or shatters the confidence because self-deprecating, especially in the early 2000s and in the 2010s,
Mm-hmm.
self-deprecating was like the joke. That was like what you
Right.
did. And so I think the way that we accept the way things are in society, or we choose to do things differently for ourselves. And
Yeah.
with that comes a lot of having to accept that not everybody's going to like
No.
you. And I think I've met a lot of people in my own, like, let's say, coming out of my personality,
Yeah.
I and allowing myself to take the platform,
Mm-hmm.
showing who I really am. Um, I've met a lot of people who struggle with that, and it's so interesting being on the side where I'm trying to pave the way to say, do it,
Mm-hmm.
do it, do it, do it.
Yeah.
Like it's really fun. And it's invigorating, it's adrenaline
Mm-hmm.
pumping, it's terrifying, and but it's also people are watching.
Yeah. I jumped onto a networking call last night and I met this lady who is a LinkedIn professional. So she's always been on LinkedIn. She hangs out on LinkedIn. She does all of this stuff, right? And she's just started to move over to the Instagram, and she did her first live on Instagram and she did it all by herself. Like, so kudos to her for jumping in there and talking to nobody, right? Because
Yes,
it's really hard to
yes,
do that. And so she was like, first off, she's like, I will never do that again. I only want to do it with other people, because I can attest to this. I have jumped on and talked to, like, I'm going to pretend I'm talking to somebody out there who's like really wanting to listen to this, and it's just me and them. But then it's so awkward. Like, nobody's responding. There's nobody, you don't,
yeah,
like, sometimes people aren't even showing up anyway. So I appreciate everyone who's showing up tonight, because this is such a fun conversation. Because I know no matter if you're a woman or if you're a man or you're a child, there is always moments in your life you don't want to speak up.
right,
You are scared to speak up. Or if you do speak up, you question, why the hell did I say that?
yeah.
Ugh.
No, that's a great
Ugh.
point. And
Right?
that's the element of caring so much about what other people
Yeah.
think. And that's part of confidence, believe it or not,
Hmm. Absolutely.
is to like not give a damn.
Yeah.
Like your opinion is valuable. I'm glad that you shared it with me,
Hmm.
but I've learned this philosophy of
Yeah.
observing instead of absolving.
Mm.
I appreciate your opinion. That's great, but
Yeah.
that's your opinion, and I'm going to go forward and I'm going to do what I think is best for
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I love this. I love where we're coming with this, because I remember when you and I first started coaching together. May I share a little, with your
Yeah.
permission, about the landscaper?
Yeah.
This was probably our first or second coaching session you and I ever had.
Yeah.
And you were having a hard time communicating correctly to this landscaper and getting the results you wanted.
I thought I was doing
And
so good.
But yet you would walk out there and you're like, why the hell did you do the right thing? What's missing?
Why does my yard not look at all like you said it would?
And I remember you and I having to have a conversation about how you have to speak up and you have
Yes.
to clearly communicate exactly what it is that you're wanting. Right. And
Mm,
I think that this is so, so important, even right now with the holidays, like with boundaries, with families and all the things that we are
yes.
just like yesing our way through. Sure, I'll have my in laws come over, even though I don't like them, and I'll make everything look spick and span and I'll dress appropriately and I'll do everything I'm supposed to do. There's so many people who don't know boundaries and how to stand
Yes.
up for themselves respectfully, you know, and just have those conversations and just like, you know what, this is who I am.
Yes.
And I think that
Boundaries. Yeah.
it's so relevant
Yeah.
today in just learning how to clearly communicate for
Yeah.
yourself, but as well with who you're speaking with,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So much goodness in everything you just said. I hear like 5 different words because there's confidence, there's balance, there's boundaries, there's respect, there's
Mhm.
reciprocation. There's so much in that. Um, that's critical because
Yeah.
confidence is not, it's not easy. The
Hmm.
beautiful things in life are not easy.
No.
They wouldn't be beautiful if they were easy.
Yeah.
You know, my skinny body from 20 years ago was so beautiful because I'll never have it again. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. But for real, that's
For real.
like Lauren and I, my
Yeah.
best friend, we do that sometimes. We're like, do you remember that picture we took? We thought we were so fat. And we're like, wow, I miss that body, you know?
Oh,
But
for sure.
it makes those memories more beautiful. You know, we
Yeah.
love our bodies now. We respect our bodies now.
That's
And
right.
we're grateful for age, but
Yeah.
it's just so, it's very similar. So,
That's right. That's right.
confidence is beautiful. And the reason it's so beautiful is because it
Mhm.
takes work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes daily
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah. And okay, so I want to dive into this really fast because you're a new entrepreneur. You have just opened up your business. You did everything right as much as you possibly could with like licensing and figuring out all the state laws and making sure you were doing exactly what you were doing. So, anyone who's watching, she's a caterer. She has an amazing food line. You need to go check it out. It's so fun to see all of this. But there's this piece that you had actually been doing this for 2 years, gathering, I'm going to say your nuts. You're gathering, gathering, gathering.
You know what? ChatGPT did the same thing to me when I asked it to roast me.
Your chat GPT and I talk. Okay.
I was like, how does it know that that's a perfect joke? Um, yeah. So, okay, sorry.
So with that, you gathered all of these things.
I see it, the squirrel. It's so good.
She's crazy. And
I love
so
it.
from there, you know, you and I started working together, but then after that, you had to start taking some really big
Yeah.
steps. Can you talk about some of those scary steps as an entrepreneur that you've had to take over the last, I want to say 6 months now?
Yeah. It feels like it's been longer than 6 years, 6 months, 6 years sounds more right. So yes, no,
I
thank
have
you.
that effect on people.
Holy crap. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. So, um, yeah, some of the things have been, um, I'm a think througher, so I think things through,
Okay.
like to the end. And so in that thinking through of my business, I realized I don't want to go to an event and have somebody say, "Where did you prep this food?"
Hmm.
And I go, "Oh, in my kitchen." And they go, "Oh, do you have dogs?" "Yes." And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those kind of things I thought through so much that it bothered me
Yeah.
if I didn't have it done well.
Hmm.
And I'm a I'm a well doer too. So put those together. It's combustion. No, so things like getting my health department license and my insurance and the timing of everything, because you don't want to pay for insurance before you're actually in business, and you don't technically want to go start doing business until you have your permit, but you've got to time that perfectly. And just being open to learning new things in
Hmm.
what I'm getting into. It's like school. It's going
Yeah.
back to school. So the last 6 months have been school on all of those things, but ultimately it comes back to my core values. And so for me, I believe in being totally transparent. And so
Hmm.
I will not lie to my customers. If they have a question and I give them my honest answer, that then therefore, if I did something wrong, I need to take accountability for it, and I need them
Yeah.
to tell me that if I've done something wrong to them, but my ultimate intention is to not do ill to anybody,
Right.
right? It's to do it so well out the door that there are no questions about, that any questions about safety or sanitary sanitization, um, that those,
Yeah.
are immediately put to rest,
Yeah.
knowing that I've got all of the appropriate things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also have a sensitive stomach myself, so I do take a lot of pride into food being safely prepared, because I get food poisoning probably more than most people. I think I'm really sensitive to it. I'm sensitive to food that's been sitting out for,
Mm-hmm.
a couple hours, a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
So those rules are in place for a reason, and I get that they're really, really hard to tackle. Um, but it's a part of my my core values,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to speak transparently around them.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, I want satisfaction. I want my
Yeah.
customers to be so satisfied that they trust me, build that
Mm-hmm.
trust, because I know I'm trustworthy. I've got to show it to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. And I
So yeah,
think,
those are,
yeah,
yeah.
and I think just to cut you off for just a second, I'm so
No,
sorry,
please.
but I know that even part of that, like you figuring out what steps you needed to do and then actually communicating
Yeah.
with the licensing and the state laws and all of the other things was some really big, hard things. You're like, shoot, I
Yes.
forgot to ask this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know this. I don't
Well,
know how to ask this question. Like, what's the follow up? Like, I need to know all of these things. And if I do this, can I do this? And
yeah.
just knowing all of that, like that's huge. Like I know so many people who would sell the tamales at the Walmart versus figuring out all of this hard stuff. And by the way, I buy tamales at
Hey, I
Walmart.
do
So
too.
don't judge. Like I
Don't,
eat them
like I
all the time.
said,
I love them.
everybody's on their own path. I'm just on mine.
Exactly. Like
I don't judge. Yeah.
I love them. I wish I had some here at this point. I got
Devin
nothing.
brings them home from work all the time from the guy.
We
So
got we got Taco Bell here and that's about it. Like it's a thing. So,
yeah.
like, but you've had to have some really big conversations that were super scary. Like, I don't know if I want to go ask this question because what
Right.
if I am breaking a law or what if I am doing this and I need to go figure out this and how do I maneuver all of this and still satisfy my customers,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes. No, that's a great question. Navigating through that was really difficult, because you never know when you're going to run into something in a goal that you have. You never know when you're going to run
Mm-hmm.
into a hurdle that is somebody else's control. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
here is the point, because with the health department, they're great, love them, awesome people. The process is really difficult. Oh, it's reconnecting. Can you still hear me? Okay, how about now?
Yep.
Okay, cool, cool. Quick tech
I
break.
know.
Okay, so anyway, okay. But yeah, so the hard part was knowing exactly what questions to ask,
Yeah.
because what you don't want to do when you get to a hurdle that somebody else is controlling
Yep.
is cloud their view. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got to be very direct. You've got to know what you're talking about. How do you do that if you don't know what you're talking about? Enter the
Yeah.
tears that I cried. Like, no, I really did struggle with that, because I would send an email with a question, and then for 2 days I would sit there and go, did I even ask that correctly? Oh my gosh, like, do I even need to ask that? Because once I've sent that email, now that's sitting there waiting for
Mm-hmm.
them. And if I send more emails, then
Yep.
I'm cluttering it. I'm creating more
Mm-hmm.
clouds. So I had to go through some oopsies with that and really learn my lesson that sometimes a phone call is really just best.
Mm.
Emails are amazing for
Yeah.
documentation. Both are the full picture if you can get both,
I
right?
agree.
So, but yeah, not giving up on it, to your point earlier, of really not giving up, even when
Mm-hmm.
so many times I wanted to just be like, forget it, just freaking forget it. I'm so done with this. Um, I
You know?
didn't. I would sleep on it. Tomorrow's a new
Yeah.
day, and I just keep breathing, and
Yeah.
I keep swimming, and I keep every day 1 foot forward to what I'm trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can just do 1 foot, if I can just send that one email and then follow up with a phone call the next day, like, that helps.
We're good.
And
Yeah.
just not clouding their vision as much
Yeah.
as you can.
I think that was probably one of your biggest breakthrough moments of like communicating and learning how to speak up for yourself and your business needs,
Yes.
as well as that math conversation. Remember, we had to learn about make
Yes.
sure you're making
I can
money
still tell you
and
do
like
it.
you
Oh,
can.
Yeah.
Uh,
Revenue minus total cost equals, and then you take that divided by revenue.
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the teacher become or the student becomes the teacher. Yay!
Still got it. No,
I
thank
love
you.
it.
Yeah.
And that was a huge conversation because you needed to know how to communicate
Yes.
that no, I need to make some money here, right? I can't
Yes.
do everything and just break even.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean,
Mhm.
people that know me know I would love to give
Oh,
everything. I don't even wish, I wish money just was like a lot of people. I wish
yeah.
money wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not how it works. And to be taken seriously, you have to have standards.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
How has that helped you having that conversation now? How are those conversations going? Because I know
oh,
so many people, so many of my clients struggle with this. I mean, I know every single person constantly is struggling with, am I charging enough? Am
yeah.
I communicating it enough? Am I sticking to it enough? Should I raise my prices? Should I lower my prices?
Yeah.
What the hell are my prices? Right.
I think, I think the math is the best start. And then from there, you get to decide from your own core values
Yeah.
what kind of flexibility you can or want or wish for your business.
Hmm.
So, where do you have room to, like, for me, I recently at a local spa, I made them an offer to cater some packs for their spa members.
Yeah.
Um, and I communicated to them that while the profit margin might not be significant,
Hmm.
it's not to me it's not just about the profit margin. It's not just about the money. It's about the connection. It's about the way that we're able to help each other as small businesses. It's about the way that they talk about my business and I talk about their
That
business. To
collaboration
me, that's
and
profit.
partnership. Yeah,
That's
that's good.
right. That's
Absolutely.
that's more valuable than money to me. Ooh, I just got chills even as I'm
I
talking
do
about it.
too. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
agree with you 1,000%. Yeah.
absolutely. And so I'm able, because of my core values, I'm able to have some flexibility. And
Hmm.
like, you know, on Halloween, I included like a little piece of candy.
Hmm.
Technically, that digs into the profit margin. Do I care? No, because my customers got a Halloween candy on Halloween, damn it.
That's right.
Am I allowed to
Not
swear
and
on
not
this?
from the girl next door, from you, right? And so and that's some of those pieces.
Right.
I was just having so working in the dental industry, I get to expose myself to a lot of random conversations. And one of the things that I got to do just recently was be a part of a partnership collaboration, like trying to figure out if like what's the lowest we possibly could go on a specific product
Yeah.
just to cover our costs, but to get in front of 500 other clients that were our ideal customers.
Right.
Like that math will blow your mind when you sit there and figure that out. Like, what could this be? What do we
Yes.
need to cover our costs? Like, here's the partnership collaboration,
Yeah.
right? And it's so cool to have those types of conversations because if you don't put yourself in those positions in those rooms, you'll never know what it looks like. And that opportunity could be huge. So that's my wish to anybody who's watching this. Like,
Absolutely.
go get uncomfortable,
Yes.
learn how to have those hard conversations, learn how to say, hey, I'd love to talk about partnership and collaborations with you.
Yeah.
Talk about that. I was talking about
Yeah.
that with one of my other clients the other day. I'm like, no, just start talking about how you can collaborate. Like,
Yeah.
go figure out other people that you can work with that are very similar to you. For you, you're in the munchie world, right? But maybe somebody else is doing gourmet meals. Like, you guys are not competing,
No.
right? You're not competing. So go collaborate. Figure out
Yeah.
how to work together, right? And
Yeah.
that's what I would recommend to everybody. It really
Absolutely.
helps you
And
show up confidently.
I totally agree. And to add on to
Mm-hmm.
that too, the how do you do that? I
Mm-hmm.
think I would add that patience is a big part of it,
Yeah,
not needing it to happen right away and to focus rather on just the intention of it first.
totally.
By putting our focus towards the intention, we all know, we've learned, we're adults, we know that wherever our focus goes, something grows, or some quote like that. And
I love it.
but it's so true. So putting that
Yeah.
focus there and that intention, because it might not be today that we can
Yeah.
all crawl out of our hole
Sure.
and go conquer the world. But I love this quote, so I will just say this. Jonathan Van Ness, bless his sweet soul, has a quote that says, "You can't." It's something like, "You can't be here. You can't save the world if you're not here to save it." And so I think that's, you know, the things that we see that we want out of life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Gandhi, be the change you
Mm-hmm.
wish to see in the world. Really similar, you know, put that focus to
Yeah.
where what you want to see out of the
Yeah.
world. for yourself, for other people, but when it comes to our business, those things have to be front of mind.
Absolutely.
The more we get distracted by everything there is to be
Yeah.
distracted by, we will just be floating in distraction.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I was even having the same conversation in a smaller yet younger conversation with the 10-year-old today. He put out his first little product and he wants money to go buy things right now. And he's like, well, how many sales have I had? And I'm like, honey, you already spent all your money. He's like, well, I just want to make money. I'm like, well, we all do. I go, sometimes you have to do things for free.
10.
I'm like, sometimes you have to do things for free and you have to show up in different
Yeah.
capacities to earn your right to serve those people for when they are ready to buy.
Yeah.
Right. And he's just like, that's boring.
I want it now.
I'm like, listen, I go, for me to get to where I am now, which I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm going to say not anywhere. I'm still in the grind, just like everybody else, right?
Developing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I go, do you know how many free coaching sessions I've had to do? How many free group workshops I've done? How many times I've had to write like I had a thing pop up the other day that I had produced over 600 reels.
What?
That's just on this platform, you
Whoa.
guys. Like, how much more content do I have on my personal? That's just reels. That's not even static posts, carousels.
Go, queen.
Like, no, I'm just saying this. Like, all of this is like us giving free stuff and value to the
Yeah.
world. This is free
Mhm.
value. And
The showing
so
up. Yeah, the
this
showing
is
up
it.
is so valuable.
You have to show
Absolutely.
up. You have to say it. And it's scary because you're putting yourself out there. And we know that there's so many people out there that's like trolls and all the things that can get into the negative thing. I've been very lucky.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Like I'm not big enough yet. The trolls have found me. I put one video out on YouTube and somebody was like, somebody come get your mom. That's like the worst thing that's ever been said to me. So I'll take it.
People
And
are
that was,
so brutal.
I know.
Why? ¿Por qué why? I don't know.
I was like, okay. I was just
Ugh.
outside with the ducks. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh. That's like somebody coming up to me while I'm trimming my chin hairs and being like, gross. Like, ew, get out of here, punk. Like, what?
You guys, by
It's
the way, this is how literally our coaching calls go as well. All we do is laugh the whole way through and we
yeah,
learn in between the laugh. It's
pretty
so
much.
fun.
Yeah,
So I
accurate.
love that this is so authentically us.
Also, I, I want to call out all of the amazing comments from as a mustard seed. Just love, I love the
Yay!
involvement. So thank you. Thanks for everybody
Yes,
being here.
I know. It's been so fun. Well, I so much appreciate you coming
This
on
was so
tonight and taking a
fun.
huge, big step and doing something you've never done before that I
I
know was
used my
super scary.
voice.
Yes, and I encourage you to use it so much more because you
Yes.
have so many amazing things to say and just to
Thank you.
lighten your passion and your spirit and your energy. It's so
Oh,
fun.
thank
So,
you. I will
yeah.
just say one more thing. I need to give credit to my sweet, wonderful husband because he is actually the one that helped me with that quote probably 3 or 4 years ago in my corporate role as I was thinking about leaving because I
Yeah.
was so burned out. Um, he said to speak even when my voice shakes.
Mhm.
And that's the theme of it all. But that mantra has helped me so much
Yeah.
because my voice shakes often. So if
Yeah.
anybody sees this and their voice shakes, I just really encourage them to talk through the tears because they all that tears and emotion do is shows that you
Yeah.
care. And we need so much more of that in the world.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love you. Thank you so
I love you
much
too.
for
Thank you. This was so
everything.
great.
Yeah, for everything you have enlightened us with and just coming here and sharing. I mean, I just am so excited for your journey. I'm
Oh,
excited to just be your friend and part of your journey as well. I think it's amazing.
thanks,
So,
Cami.
yes, my
Thanks,
dear.
Cami. You're the
Oh,
best.
thanks. All
You're
right. Well,
welcome.
you and I, we're late for our meeting, so I'll see you over on our Zoom.
Okay, I'll go get a tissue and my laptop. I'll be right there.
Perfect.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.